How did you come to acting? Was it your first choice?
No, it was not. I often say that I think destiny wanted me to become an actor because I was studying and then I started working in an office. I was working in a television channel. And the only thing that I remember that I left from there with was, I want to be my own boss. So which profession is going to give me that? I don't want anyone to tell me how to do this program and what lighting we want and what colors we want. And I was like, no, I can't do this.
So after working for the first job, you realized that you are not someone who would work on command.
Yes, I was in college when I was in Delhi. I did a short stint with Suhail Seth in his advertising agency. So that was
Equus in those days?
Yes. So that was my first job. I did it for a month. I just wanted to see if this is the space I want to be in. And I was like, no. I can't work for other people. Came to Bombay, did my post-graduation here in mass comm, events, public relation. I've also been a dancer. So for most of my life as a child and then growing up, I was with Shamak. I was a part of his crew. And I remember I was still a kid and he had come up to me and he told me, do something about that face of yours. Don't just sit here. And I was like, I don't even understand what that means, You're in Delhi, you don't know, you're far away from the glamour world. But I think little things that stay with you. And I think thanks to my training in a television channel, I was very comfortable with cameras, lights, and the madness that happens behind the camera. So acting and being in front of the camera was not really daunting. It was very easy.
So I've heard from many that a lot of actors and actresses, they started off it was by chance, it was not by design. But once they faced the camera, and then they all felt that is what they're born for. And that's the case with you?
I think I was always, what I can go back with it is that I always enjoyed expression. The expression of just like dancing for me was that. I felt like
dancing
if there's
is an expression.
Yes. So I felt like even if there's a tornado, if there's an earthquake, nothing can shake me, And I think I felt the same sort of freedom, liberation while acting.
So were you combative in nature or very logical? Why do you think that you're...
Very analytical.
Very analytical.
Very analytical, very logical. I love research. I think I have a lot of...
So do you have those skills? Any place to exhibit those skills?
I think as of now, I'm using them in my acting career because a night before if I have to start a new project, I am researching everything on this character and my directors are like, where is this coming from? You've given us so much. Even if you call me for a screen test, for a film that I might do, I would give you so much research material.
Oh, that's very impressive. So you well prepare yourself.
I do.
Always.
Yeah.
And do all your research.
I do.
So, but that's not the analytical part. Where does the analytical part come into being?
I don't know. Maybe I'm a Virgo. I don't know. Maybe it's a sun sign thing. I haven't really...
So naturally you analyze things when it comes to you, try and reason it out.
Yes.
Right?
Like people normally think that, oh, you're an overthinker. But I'm like, I'm not an overthinker.
You're a thinker.
I am a thinker. I always look for solutions. I'm not someone who will be in loops of what could go wrong. I always try and find solutions.
So were you ever aware about your strengths and weaknesses when you were growing up? So what do you think your strengths are? These are, of course, strengths.
Yes.
Your ability to research, your willingness to do research, going deep into a subject, be thorough, be prepared, analytical. These are, of course, strengths.
Yes.
And
so I have recognized as well. These are my strengths.
So then you came to acting. How did the first thing happen? You were almost there through your dance training, etc., being in Shamak Dawa's team. So you were 1 foot into the door already. So how did the first acting thing happen?
It was a chance I took. I was looking at changing professions, looking at changing my job. I thought, I'm done with television. I'm done with working in a television channel. Let's do something else.
Was there somebody guiding you on this or you are completely on your own?
I think I had just wonderful people who would Shamak was one voice that stayed in my head. Then I met Suhail Seth. He was, and still is, I can reach out to him anytime. And then at that time, my boss in Zoom television was Mr. Sunil Sajwani, who also sort of guided me. And the first television show I started with television. So I think it was just a lot of padding. It was just a lot of security I felt, because the producer of my first television show and he went to college. So they had a chat and they're like, I'm sending a good kid of mine and she's changing profession. Is it safe for her to leave this? So I think for me, it was more like, in your 20s, you want to explore. You don't want to be restricted. You want to try everything. You're not really scared to, or you shouldn't be.
So you didn't have that financial pressure that they were backing from home.
No.
So you could experiment and
Yes,
you could
I
go
could,
around.
yes.
So you quit that Zoom television job completely.
Yes.
And then you went on.
The doors were open. So I feel like that's a really good thing on my biodata if I ever have to have one. My boss said, you can come back if you're not happy with acting. So I did consider that for some time, but I think about 2 years into acting, I was like, okay, this is it. This is what I want to do.
So you realize that that's what you are born for.